Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. It's the Miami Heat taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Miami calls timeout. Randall outside. McDaniels a screen. From the high post. No good, off the front rim.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Mourning with the bucket.
High percentage look right off the bat. He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to dial it back some.
Now DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Out to DiVincenzo. Left side McDaniels. Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Fast break Miami. Pass to Marley. Spins. To the middle. Knocked loose. Randall with a steal. Fast break Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. Knocks down the long J.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
Pass to Marley. Brown with a screen. Fades back. Offensive rebound. Over Gobert. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Brown with the block. And they're able to recover. Right side Edwards. Gobert goes in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fader on the way. Edwards can't hit.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could. Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with a 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Marley. Inside. Here's Austin. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And the Heat call time here. There's a minute 59 left now in the first quarter. To the paint. Pass to Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Here's Gobert. Brown with some nice D.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Marley, no good.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Now here's Hardaway. Still no points. Down low. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
To the inside. Gobert. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Gobert's gotten his second bucket.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Pass to Brown. Kicks it out to Hardaway. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Mashburn. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And the athleticism Edwards possesses is incredible. So good at drawing contact on the drive.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Austin. It'll count. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Minnesota up 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
Drains the triple.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And here's Clark for 3. First shot won't go. Miami trailing. Pass to Mourning. Minnesota with a rebound. And here's Clark for 3. Knocks down the triple. Clark's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Mourning. Oh, powered down with both hands.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Offensive rebound. Outside Reed. Pass to Clark. Outside Conley. Takes the 3. And it's Crotty with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Good on the shot.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's Conley. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Inside. Here's McDaniels. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now a timeout called by Miami. both teams making some changes here. So it's Miami now, trailing by 2. To the middle. Kick out to Brown. Down low. Here's Mourning. And that one is stuffed right through.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Now here's Conley. No points so far. Pass to Edwards. Reed for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Mourning. To the paint. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Pass to Gobert. Launches it. Hauled in by Brown.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Down low. And Brown with the stuff.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 5. Pass to Gobert. Puts one up from 19. Edwards can't hit. The Heat on offense. They're on a 13-5 run. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall, left side. To the middle. Here's Gobert. The shot won't fall.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Yeah, when you make your mid-range shots, you force your opponents to adjust.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And both free throws good for McDaniels.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Pass to Marley. It's Brown on the wing. No luck on that one. Good D by Gobert. For 3, DiVincenzo. Hardaway grabs the board. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Marley. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. And the Heat lead by 7.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And here's Hardaway. 3-pointer. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Miami Heat closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back to the game after this break. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Heat leading by 7. Pass to Marley. The 3 is up. They get it again. Here's Mourning. Here's Brown. Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Now here's Hardaway. No made baskets yet. To the left wing. Here's Marley. Money from the wing.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
And Minnesota has possession after the basket by Miami. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall, but he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
And Randall drops them both. About a minute played here in the second half. Miami leading by 7. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Ooh, poked away. And here we go, the Heat fast break.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Edwards looking it over. Reed sets a screen. Hauled in by Brown. Miami leading by 11. Pass to Hardaway. And he's going for the oop here. He's got a clear path. They get it back.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now. Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Pass to Edwards. Shoots it from the high post. And it's in there. Edwards has got 7 points.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
The Heat making a switch here. Hardaway with it. Yet to see a basket. Inside. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And the finish on the break with the slam.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
Brown with a screen. Goes back up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Miami leading by 9. Now Hardaway. Pass to Mourning. And a two-handed jam.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. Randall outside. The baseline J. And there are the Timberwolves. With another bucket.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Here's Marley. 5 points in the game. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. The Heat with the lead. And he lobs it up to the rim. Pass to Askins. Fires the three. Nails it from three. Askins has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Randall. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Heat leading by 12. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Marley. 4 seconds left. Brown. Banked it in off the glass. Brown's got 16 points now.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And so it's Miami, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Timberwolves trail by 14. From deep, Conley. It's rebounded by Askins. And it's Miami's ball. Jacks up a three. The putback. Reed with the rebound. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's all from three-point range. Miami leading by 14. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Count it, good.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Here's Mourning. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Pass to Dillingham. Reed for three. Rebounded by Mourning. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Reed. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
So it's Miami now. It's a 16-point game.
Timeout, timeout. And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Heat leading by 15. And he lobs it up. Outside Hardaway. And again, no good by Miami.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Here's Gobert. Another shot. Out to DiVincenzo. To the wing, right side. Here's Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Miami.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Pass to Mourning. Hardaway. And Gobert with a block. Now here's Edwards. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
Timeout.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, the Heat coach had some advice for his team over the last break. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. 4-3. Heat leading by 15. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Brown. Here's Mashburn. Brown inside. 5 on the clock. It's blocked by Gobert. Back to Randall. Here's Edwards. Rebound Miami.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
They get the rebound.
Minnesota foul. McDaniels. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Miami.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here is DiVincenzo. To the middle. Rebounded by Mourning. Heat leading by 17. Here's Mashburn. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Mashburn's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight. He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option then.
Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Miami dominating the game. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Yeah, he loses concentration just for a moment. Might be getting a little complacent sitting on this lead.
So it's the Heat winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the